Hey there, how are you all tonight? This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. I just wanted to start off this video with a little marketing tool. I just wanted to say, you know what? Why don't you subscribe to my channel? Subscribe. If you see any information that you get out of the video, like it, share it. Just be part of the community. I'm really looking to grow this channel, and you could be part of it. So together, let's go through some great book publishing information and see where we end up. Okay? So again, subscribe, like it, share it if you want, leave a comment. This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. And now for some great publishing information for you. Hey there everyone, Don Schmidt here, the Book Kahuna. And today we're digging into a topic that might seem simple on the surface, but actually has a big impact on how your book is perceived, sold, and even read. Trim sizes and book formats. Now I know some of you might be thinking, isn't that just a printer thing? Well, yeah, partly, but it's way more than that. The size and shape of your book say something about the content, the market, and even about you as an author. So let's unpack this. What is a trim size anyway? You might be asking that question. What is that? When we talk about trim size, we're talking about the physical dimensions of your book. The height and width after it's been printed and trimmed down, hence the name. This is not some arbitrary measurement. It affects layout, pricing, page count, and how your book looks on a shelf or in someone's hands. It's like choosing the right frame for a photo. It matters. Common trim sizes and why they matter. Let's get into this. Let's break down the most common sizes you'll see in the US market. 5 by 8 inches or 5 1/4 by 8. This is your standard trade paperback for fiction. It's compact, easy to hold, and familiar to readers who pick up novels in airports or bookstores. If you're writing a romance, thriller, or mystery, this size fits like a glove. 6 by 9 inches. Now, this one is the go-to for nonfiction, memoirs, and business books. Why? It gives a little more breathing room for charts, headings, and longer paragraphs. It just feels more like an authority piece. This is the size that says, hey, this book might change your life. 8 1/2 by 11. Ah, the big guy. This one's great for workbooks, manuals, textbooks, or anything with visual elements that need space to breathe. But heads up, if you go this route, your print cost is going up. Make sure the content demands it. Page count and printing costs. Why would that matter? Something with costs? Now here's where things get interesting. The trim size you choose directly affects how many pages your book has. If you go smaller, say 5 by 8, you'll need more pages to fit the same content than you would with a 6 by 9. And more pages mean higher costs. But, and here's the kicker, going bigger isn't always cheaper in the long run. Why? Because print-on-demand services like KDP use page count and ink usage to calculate your cost. Bigger pages equal fewer pages equal lower cost? Not necessarily. There's a sweet spot, and it depends on your word count and layout. I always tell authors, run the numbers. Use the tools Amazon and IngramSpark provide to preview the cost structure before you commit to a trim. Format choices. Paperback, hardcover, ebook. What are you going to do? Let's talk about format. Are you doing paperback, hardcover, ebook, like I just said. For print, trim size is everything. But in the ebook world, well, not so much. Ebooks reflow depending on the reader's device and preferences. There is no fixed page, so trim size becomes irrelevant in the digital space. But if you're going with hardcover, especially through something like IngramSpark, there are limitations on what sizes they offer. Not every trim size is supported for hardcovers, especially case laminate or dust jacket formats. So check specs early. And remember, just because a size looks cool doesn't mean it's available for every format. Very true. Now, like, what works best for your book? Ask yourself, who is my audience? What's the genre? How long is my manuscript? Am I doing images, charts, or just straight text? Look, publishing isn't a one-size-fits-all operation. You've got options, but don't base your decision on what you like personally. Base it on what works for your reader and what the market expects. If you're doing a children's picture book, you might need square dimensions. If you're writing poetry, maybe a slightly taller trim will give you line flexibility. There is no wrong choice, but there are smarter choices. Tips from a publishing insider. That would be maybe me? Yeah. Let me give you a few tips from someone who's been in the trenches of publishing for over 40 years. Look at the shelf. Go to a bookstore and physically pick up books in your genre. See what's working and mimic that size. Stay standard. Custom sizes might sound fun, but they're usually more expensive and harder to distribute. Use templates. KDP, IngramSpark, and other platforms offer downloadable templates for every trim size. Use them. Layout mistakes are easier to fix before uploading. Plan ahead. Don't wait until after you've formatted your book to pick a trim size. Decide early and format to that size from the start. Save yourself a headache. Okay, here's the straight talk now. Look, trim size and format might not be the most glamorous part of publishing, but getting it right is crucial. It's one of those behind-the-scenes decisions that affects everything downstream. Your costs, your layout, your cover design, and how readers perceive your book. So take the time, do the research, and make a smart, market-driven decision that gives your book the best shot out there. Hey, take it from an old manufacturing pro who used to do a lot of work with trim sizes and page counts and unit costs based on page counts and setting up printing, and yeah, make sure you do everything before you start formatting and know exactly what your trim is going to be. So, thanks for watching. This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna, coming at you with another publishing tip, and there'll be more. There's going to be many, many more. So, stay tuned. Until the next one, this is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna, signing out. You have a good night. Bye-bye.